family. But yeah, we understand that there has been this decision now that both Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson are not going to go to Sandringham.
It is often said that Christmas reveals the truth about families. Who gathers, who stays away, who is welcomed, and who is quietly left outside the circle. This year, inside the British royal family, that truth is more exposed than ever. Because while the king and the senior royals prepare for a warm and united Christmas at Sandringham, two familiar figures, Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, have been told they will not be invited. And in the middle of this silent exclusion stand Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, navigating a delicate line between loyalty to their disgraced father and their duty to the crown. All of this unfolds against the backdrop of a rare update from Zara Tindall, who spoke openly about the family's festive plans with a joy that stands in stark contrast to the cold reality facing the Yorks. It is a Christmas of light for some, and a Christmas of shadows for others. And as always in royal life, the symbolism speaks louder than the words. Before we dive in, there's something I need to share with you. Over the past few days, thousands have watched these stories unfold, but most haven't subscribed. If you're one of them, I invite you now to join us. Subscribe to Crownverse so you never miss the next chapter in this unfolding royal history. Everything begins with Zara Tindall, one of the least controversial members of the extended royal family, making a rare public comment about the upcoming holidays. She and her husband, Mike Tindall, stepped out for an event in London and were asked about Christmas. Zara's answer was warm, open, and filled with genuine excitement. She said, "We are so lucky. Christmas is always amazing. We get to do a lot of fun things, and the place looks amazing. We will see everyone." It was a simple statement, but its meaning echoed loudly through the royal world, because everyone this year does not include Andrew or Sarah. For decades, Christmas at Sandringham has been one of the monarchy's strongest traditions, a symbol of unity, a sign that no matter what storms swirl outside the palace walls, the family remains connected inside. Zara's comments revealed a joyful scene, the king and queen welcoming the Wales family, Princess Anne arriving with her children, other senior royals gathering, children running through the halls, carols echoing across the estate, and a warm sense of belonging wrapping around the whole celebration. It is the Christmas the king wants to showcase: stability, duty, loyalty, togetherness. But at the very same moment that Zara painted this picture of unity, another message stood in stark contrast. The king has told Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson that they will not be invited to Sandringham this year. Not invited to the royal Christmas, not part of the family circle, not included in the traditions they once took for granted. This exclusion is one of the most symbolic and emotional decisions King Charles has made since ascending the throne. Because Christmas is not about duties or titles, it is about belonging. And being removed from the Christmas guest list, especially at Sandringham, is a clear sign that a royal has fallen out of the inner family structure. This is not the first time the king has distanced himself from Andrew, of course. Over the past year, Buckingham Palace announced the formal process to remove Andrew's styles, titles, and honors. He is now officially known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. The Duke of York title is gone, the princely style is gone, his military titles are gone, his royal rolls are gone, and now the family Christmas, the heart of royal tradition, is gone as well. Andrew continues to deny all wrongdoing, as he has from the beginning. But public perception and institutional decisions have marched in a direction that leaves no room for him at Sandringham. Sarah Ferguson, too, finds herself excluded. This may surprise some because in past years she has occasionally been welcomed to certain holiday gatherings, but not this time. The king's decision is firm. The Yorks will not be part of the main Christmas celebration. This separation is not only logistical, it is emotional. It creates a contrast so sharp that it defines the entire narrative of this year's royal Christmas. On one side, the accepted royals, Zara, Mike, Princess Anne, the Wales family, the king, the queen, all coming together in harmony. On the other, the excluded royals, Andrew and Sarah, left outside carrying the weight of scandal, controversy, and public scrutiny. And in the middle of this silent exclusion stand Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, the uncertain royals. For Beatrice and Eugenie, this holiday season is not simple. They have watched their father's identity be torn apart piece by piece. They have watched his name become the subject of headlines that cause shock, disgust, or pity. They have endured months of intense public attention, not for their own choices, but because of their father's past. There is no confirmation yet on whether Beatrice and Eugenie will attend the Sandringham Christmas. It has not been announced. It has not been clarified. Their attendance remains unconfirmed. This uncertainty is one of the most emotionally charged parts of the story. If Beatrice and Eugenie attend the Princess of Wales's carol service on December 5th, as they sometimes do, it could signify an effort to remain connected to the working branch of the royal family. If they attend Sandringham for Christmas, it will be seen as a powerful show of support from the king, a gesture of inclusion that stands in contrast to their father's exclusion. It would also be interpreted by many as an attempt to protect the York sisters from bearing the full weight of their father's scandal. But if they do not attend either event, it may be interpreted, though unverified, as emotional distance, as a sign that the fallout surrounding their father has created complications too deep to ignore. Such interpretations, however, are speculative and should be described as unverified public theories, not established facts. This emotional triangle, the accepted, the excluded, and the uncertain, shapes every detail of the story. Zara, glowing and open, speaks freely of a joyful Christmas at Sandringham. Her words reflect a family circle that feels confident, aligned, and at peace. This is the side of the monarchy that the institution wants to showcase, a strong family led by a king who is determined to preserve the dignity and unity of the crown.
Andrew and Sarah, on the other hand, form the silent edge of the triangle, the part that will not be photographed, the part that will not appear in Christmas portraits, the part that will not walk with the family to church on Christmas morning. Their Christmas will be separate, quiet, subdued, and overshadowed by the same cloud that has hovered over them for years. And in the middle of it all stand Beatrice and Eugenie, the daughters who love their father, who understand the seriousness of public perception, who have their own families now, who want to protect their children from the fallout, and who must decide where to stand during the most symbolic event of the royal calendar. This is more than a holiday story. It is a story about belonging, identity, loyalty, and consequence. The accepted royals symbolize the future of the monarchy. Zara, Mike, Princess Anne, the Wales family. Their Christmas will be full of laughter, chatter, traditions, and the warm glow of public approval. The excluded royals symbolize the past. Andrew and Sarah, marked not by titles or honor, but by scandal and controversy. Their absence will be felt even if unspoken. Their separation represents the boundaries King Charles is drawing around the institution. The uncertain royals symbolize transition. Beatrice and Eugenie, navigating one of the most difficult positions any royal children have faced in recent decades. They are not excluded, but not fully included either. They are welcome, but their father is not. They may go to Sandringham, or they may stay away. They may attend the carol service, or they may choose privacy. Every decision they make carries symbolic meaning, even if they never speak a word publicly. The emotional weight of the situation lies in these contrasts. The warmth of Sandringham versus the coldness of exclusion. The joy of Christmas traditions versus the silence surrounding Andrew. The pride of the senior royals versus the uncertainty surrounding the York sisters. The unity of the accepted royals versus the isolation of the excluded ones. This tension makes the story deeply human, because at its core, it is a story about a family deciding who belongs at their table. A father who has fallen, a mother who cannot return to the inner circle, daughters who are torn, a king who is firm in his boundaries, a niece who radiates positivity and openness, and a monarchy trying to balance tradition with public expectation. As Christmas approaches, the world waits to see whether Beatrice and Eugenie will appear at Sandringham, whether the king will extend a subtle gesture of support, or whether the York sisters will choose a quieter path this year. Their decision will speak volumes. For now, the triangle stands intact: the accepted, the excluded, the uncertain. A mirror reflecting the state of the royal family today, hopeful in some corners, fractured in others, and holding together in ways that are far more complicated than a Christmas card can show.